All right, dear students, this is Mr. Ali, and today we are going to carry on our lesson Eng 102. As you may have known, yesterday and the day before, we delved into two topics in Unit 11. They were phrasal verbs and writing a report. We learned a great deal about phrasal verbs and also writing a report, like the layout of the report. Today, we are going to revise these two topics. So, by the end of this lesson, you will have revised again the phrasal verbs. And you will have, if we have time, you will have written recommendations and a conclusion for a report. So, pay attention and let's, go forth and do it. Phrasal verbs. Can anyone here in our lesson remind me what phrasal verbs are? Just take 1 minute. Just take 1 minute. Remind me, what are the phrasal verbs? What are they? 1 minute. We'll be waiting for your brilliant answers. All right, we have Turkey Abdullah Dawadi. He says, phrasal verbs are phrases that indicate actions. They are generally used in spoken English and informal texts. Okay. Examples: turn down, come across, run into. Yeah. They are a combination of 2 or 3 words, different grammatical categories, a verb and a particle. Yes, a verb and a particle, such as an adverb or a preposition. Thank you, Turkey. Let's check the others here. We have Faisal Khalid. Phrasal verbs. It is a combination of a verb and an adverb, or a verb and a preposition. Yes, Khalid. Yes, Faisal. Thank you. And we have Ahmed Muhammad. It is a combination of a verb and an adverb, or a verb and a preposition. Once the words are combined together, it will deliver a different meaning. Yes, and Malik, Ramadan Kareem. Yes, Ramadan Kareem, Malik or Malak. Or yes, what do we have here? We have Ahmed Muhammad Jabir. Yes, your answer is correct. It is a combination of verb and adverb, and a verb and preposition. So, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Now, let's go back to our first objective, in which we stated that we will revise the phrasal verbs. So, you will encounter 2 to 3 activities today in which you will have to utilize phrasal verbs. So without further ado, let's jump in. See here. This is your first activity now. You will have to complete the following sentences using the phrasal verbs from the box. Pay attention that you will have to change the form when necessary. Sometimes it might be present continuous, it might be past simple, etc. So you will have 6 minutes, 6 minutes in order to complete these 8 sentences with the correct phrasal verb, and don't forget to change the form when necessary. If it's not necessary, then don't change it. All right then, you have 6 to 7 minutes to complete this exercise. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry for the technical issues here. We are running into many technical issues right now. And as you can see, sometimes the slides, they decide by themselves to move on. I don't know why. So anyway, as I can see right here, I see that Ali Mukhtar Mansour wrote his own answers. He says, one going into carried out. Ali, you got two wrong. You have to check them out right now. And Turkey is the Wadi. Okay, let's see. Okay, Turkey as well. You've got like 3 to 4 wrong. So you have to check your own answers and evaluate yourself out of 8. See how much out of 8 did you get. Now, let's move on and check the answers. 1. A lot of thought goes into food packaging. They are carrying out research into global warming at the moment. Why is it present continuous? Because we have at the moment. It's a hint. 3. Supermarkets should cut down the quantity of packaging they use. My friends want to set up a paper recycling business. Can you find out some information about nuclear power for me? Number 6. We used to throw away so much rubbish when we were younger. Now we recycle more. I remember Mr. Sadiq's lesson about the grammar point used to. And of course, he put in a lot of effort into explaining the use of used to. Also, we have, okay, number 7, pick that letter up. We don't want rubbish on the streets here. 8, I know. I wrote down your phone number, but I can't find it anywhere. Now, you have the answers here. You evaluate yourself. You see how much out of 8 did you actually, get. Now, let's move on into another activity in regards to phrasal verbs. Now, you will have to correct the mistakes in the following sentences. You have the sentences right here. You have 5 minutes to correct the sentences. All right? I'll give you 5 minutes. And excuse me if the slide moves on because it's, yeah, you see, it happens. I'll just watch out for it, all right? So have 5 minutes for now. Thank you, Fahad, for your suggestion. Yeah, we're doing this right-click solution. Now, those who have answered, we have Turkey at the Wadi. He said 1, pick them up. 2, has been going up. 3, give me back. 4, set up, and 5, throw away. Okay, Turkey, you will have to check your answers later. Muhammad Isa, pick them up, going up, giving me back, set up, and throw away. And let's see here, we have Taha. Taha Fadil. Okay, Taha, check your answers. Omar, again, check your answers. Mahmoud Adil. Okay, check your answers. I can see that most all of your answers are correct. If my eyes did not deceive me here. Anyway, let's check the answers. Are those one? Are those your socks on the floor? Pick them up. The prices of oil has been going up recently. 3. Can you give me that book on Greek literature? Give me that. Give me the Odyssey and give me the Iliad. Has anyone here read any Greek literature? It's fun. The founders of the company have set up a new business. 5. Do you throw away old things? Now, you will have to check your answers if you got all of these correct. Now, you will have a form link published to you. All you have to do is just focus on exercise 1, the activity 1 on the form, which is the reading. You will have a scene between Lucy and Tom. Read the scene and do the exercise below. You will have like 4 to 5 questions on the form. I will wait for 5 minutes and then I will just check like real quick, the answers, and that's it. Then we will move on to, the report. All right. So just take 5 minutes. Go to the chat box. You will see a link. Form activity again. Reading section. A scene between Lucy and Tom. All right then. Go. 5 minutes. All right, we are waiting for at least 2 responses. Just exercise one. The rest, they're not really that important for now, yani. All right, let's review. We have Turkey. Thank you, Turkey. All right, Turkey, here are your answers. Come across to find something by any chance. Come across. Yes, it's correct. I would say we'll give you 1. Put on without putting off. All right. We will give you 1 here. Okay, here are your answers. I should look for a better job, but I put it off. Okay, it's correct, I think. Anyway, I don't see any enthusiasm put into this activity right now. So we will just move on. I'm really disappointed by this because there's no enthusiasm on the form activity, which might be understandable anyway. So let's move on to our lesson now. Okay, guys, we we have nearly come to the end of our lesson. We revised the phrasal verbs, and you are free, of course, to do the form activity by yourself now. And we will move on to the next part, writing a report. Yesterday, we clarified that you have 5 sections to be wary of. First, you have the title, the introduction, the discussion, and of course, the recommendation and conclusion. Now, in your next assignment, in your next activity, we will have Padlet thrown into the chat. Yes, it's on the chat box there. You will have to read this report, and then you will have to write a recommendation and, of course, a conclusion here. So let's go back to the report. It's about social media. The aim of this report is to show the advantages and disadvantages of social media based on the interviews that were made with the local residents. We have asked 100 people about this matter and collected the data on the month of March 2021. The majority of the people who were interviewed asserted that social media has affected the youth negatively. 70% of them said that youngsters nowadays spend most of their time at home and they do not do any kind of sports, of social activities. On the other hand, 30% of them said that social media has opened the door for a number of creative things for the youth, like marketing, studying, and the like. Anyway, you have the gist. All you have to do now on Padlet is write the recommendation and conclusion. You will have 7 minutes before we read at least 1, 2, 3, answers, and then that's it. We will close the class. We will end the class. Yes. تبين عندك أستاذ معوض في الشاشة أقصد لا في التيمز عند الطلاب يبين. All right, here we have فاضل عباس العصفور. ما شاء الله. Maybe combine or blah 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 here report to be made. No, Fadl, you're just writing general statements here. I would like to see a conclusion and a recommendation based on the report that I have just shown. Jarrah, we recommend you to play video games because they are a lot of fun, but not play all the time because it will hurt you. Now, are video games related to social media? Well, of course, they implement some social media aspects. So only if you play online games, not single player, campaigns. Now, Faisal Khalid. Faisal Khalid, you're writing about the airport. We are talking about social media. Turkey, the Wadi. We do recommend the parents to look after the children and give them the mobile phones only for certain hours a day. And secure to secure them for the bad websites, and we recommend as well not to give the mobile for any young age. Turkey, thank you. I can see that you put in a lot of effort into writing this conclusion and recommendation. Thank you so much, Turkey. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Taha. To sum up, social media has many disadvantages, but you're what? Okay. We are waiting for answers. 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 No answers yet. Refresh. All right then. I'm still a noob when it comes to Padlet. Well, let's see here. Ali, we have Ali Mahari. I cannot spell your name here, but I can see that you are writing. Mustafa. All right then. Social media is a good thing unless you stay with my grandfather. All right then. Okay, guys, I think we have come to the end of our lesson. Since it's Ramadan, we do not have lots of time like usual. So I think we will have to end the lesson. And yeah, just before I go, remember that phrasal verbs are, let's say, are an important branch when it comes to the English language. So If you feel like studying English professionally, then you will have to go through the phrasal verbs, and there is no denying that. So, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I think we will have to end the lesson. So, we have 3 minutes. If you have any question, just shoot them in the chat box. Shoot the questions in the chat box. We will answer your questions. Muhammad Isa Muhammad, he has a question. What is the difference between the last essay we wrote and the report? I do not really remember the last essay you wrote. It was with Mr. Sadiq's. It was Mr. Sadiq's class. But if you are talking about the report that I viewed yesterday, well, there is no difference between the layout, only the topic. We talked about the airport yesterday, but today it's about social media. That's the only difference. If that is what you mean anyway. Thank you, Muhammad Isa. Mahmoud Adil Muhammad, he said, I got 10 out of on the form. Well, that's I had one mistake, unfortunately. We'll check it out. Anyway, thank you. We have come to the end of our lesson. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. And thank you so much. Have a good day.